Last time the Star Wars Chronicles mirrored princes. After the events of the Overload fight, the gang decided to take time to train up their skills. Edric and Catherine continued their Beyond State training as Dragonel was trying to find a way to try to hide his problems. Though Eileen Edric clearly knew there was something wrong with him, he continuously tried to deny it over and over again. Meanwhile, Overload and Darknut were met with a new enemy, which they have no idea who it is, though to them it sounded familiar. Regardless, eventually Dragonel opened up to his problems, and they continued moving on their training from there. That is, until a random boy just fell from the sky, leaving everyone complexed. Episode 12. Invaded Ally?
Where'd you find him?
She sharply looked at Edric and Dragonel as Catherine checked the condition of the boy in the blue jacket. They were in her house, the boy lay on one of the guest beds. He just landed in a nearby park. We don't know where he came from or what he was doing. So in a panic, I guess you brought him here. Catherine sighed in relief after checking their pulse.
It's a good thing he has a steady heart rate. In fact, I'm not a doctor, but it looks like he hasn't received any serious injuries. A couple of scratches, but that's it.
Yalkmore looked at them laid there. Should we take him to a hospital? John over intensely.
To be safe, I think that's the right move.
Now, there's no need. Shocked, they looked back to see the boy get up slowly. He didn't seem too joyful to be there, though. Like you said, I don't have any serious injuries to worry about, though I like to know where I am. This led to the group going towards the dining room with everyone drinking something. Thanks again for your hospitality. Catherine sits down while either handing the last drink.
No worries. There's always room in this house, right, Eileen?
Though she was displeased, she sighed knowing it was the right thing to do.
If you're going to be here, might as well introduce yourself.
After taking a sip, the boy clears his throat. My name is Samus Bonovich. Only use the first name, please. However, you don't have to worry about me staying here. Once I rest up, I'll be gone in the morning. He finished his drink quickly before staring back to his watch. It seems that I went to London, England, if I'm correct. Where you gotta be? He shrugged while getting up from his seat. Like I said, it's not for you to be worried about. And I must reiterate, I do appreciate the hospitality. Yet, I keep my information to myself. Nothing personal against you guys, it's just I met you 2 minutes ago. I think you see it yourself. I think I like this guy. I leaned and looked over to see their drink barely half full.
Oh, you did finish your drink?
He laughed while bringing their hand up. No matter, I got it. All of a sudden, their hand glowed cyan as the cup started to fly. It slowly flowed to their hand with a perfect grab. They all look in shock. I hope you don't mind, but I think I reserved myself on this couch for the night. I'll make sure it's clean before I leave. That's wicked, dude! He laughed while finishing his drink. Just my ability at work. Don't mind me. In fact, if I were you, I would get some rest. Looking at your clock, it's getting pretty late in your time. The clock should almost be midnight.
You're right. Well, if you need anything, don't be afraid to ask. Take care now.
He responds adequately. After hearing all of them go upstairs, he looks back at their watch at his short circuits. Cautiously, he investigates further. That can't be any good. Though he didn't figure it out, as a yawn came roaring out. I probably won't worry about tomorrow. Morning came as expected. The gang gathered around to eat scrambled eggs for breakfast. Except for Edric, who kept digging through the fridge. Are you joking? There was a full bottle of orange juice just yesterday sitting in the front. One of you pigs must have drank the whole thing. Eileen laughed as she saw him struggle.
What's wrong? Is the prince not getting his demanded vitamin C?
He remarked sarcastically. You have me bursting at the side, you five-star bitch.
I'm sorry, Edric. I got thirsty.
He stops as Catherine comes through the door with a new bottle in hand.
All this Beyond State training takes a lot out of you.
He goes over to take the bottle. Noted. Anyway, did that Samus individual leave yet? Dragonel was still devouring as we glanced over to the couch. Seems like it. The couch looks like no one was even sitting on it. That's at least one thing that went right this morning. Shocked, they all look over to see them stand by the table and amused.
Sticking around for breakfast?
No, it's something even worse. He pulls out their wrist to show that the watch is malfunctioning. Anyway, it appears my watch has shut the bed, meaning I can't get back to my home.
Home?
He takes a deep breath for the next statement. It might be obvious to you, but I don't live here. My planet is far away from Earth. We, the people that live there, use these teleportation watches to travel from place to place in a pinch. Magonian design, believe it or not. What's the catch? He holds up the shell of broken crystal inside. It's powered by an old relic turned new. They're called port keys, used by extinisters back in the early days of the universe. However, as you can clearly tell, they are indeed old relics. It's advised to abuse these things, or otherwise that happens. He points to the crystal. With a swift punch, he shatters it to bits. Which sucks major for me, as I need to go home ASAP.
Mind telling us what's going on?
I know it sounds cruel, but that's not your concern. Unless you have a way to help me travel back home in a flash, I'm pretty much stuck here. I wouldn't say that. I bet there's got to be some of those crystals here. He looks at Edric intrigued. For what I know about the extinisters, there's at least one per planet. Each one has their own set of crystals to pull from. And Earth is one of the youngest planets, meaning the ones here haven't been discovered yet. And with enough research, you'll be able to find out where they could be. Samus quickly rushed at them. You sure you know this to be fact? Hey, you said you're in a rush. If I were you, I would take any lead that I have. He grabs Edric's shoulder. Where can I look? Edric puts a bottle down while heading upstairs. Cool your jets, let me get ready first while I help. Everyone looked at him weirdly.
You're going to help him?
Why not? He clearly needs it. Besides, I ain't doing this for free, which is why I'm using this as an opportunity to pass my beyond state, and also lead away from her crazy routines. Catherine quickly finishes her food.
Excellent point. I'll join you to practice in my beyond state as well.
Beyond states? Suddenly both of them transformed into theirs as the veil came all around them. Oh, I see. What does he mean, I see? Following suit, Samus powers up to show his skin turn white along with his hair going cyan. This left them in shock again. They realized his powers had a name. Sentient mentioned it, as well as the fact that it wasn't too long before when I broke off mine. I think I should get some practice in as well. They both smiled confidently. Perfect! Let's get ready, and we shall get started. He quickly runs upstairs as Dragno crosses his arms. Seems you and I are falling behind. She scoffs at the idea.
Like I care. We should probably help them.
Her old designers while finishing his meal. They again find themselves in a nearby library looking at some of the computers and books that relate to the expeditioners. Dragno was helping Edric looking through one section of the aisles that had a few ancient texts. Sounds like a topic you learn at school. Edric shrugged while closing the book he had. Ancient history, one of the few topics I cared about. After thinking for a bit, he looks at the book in front of him. Unfortunately, locations like these aren't easy to spot. Which is why I want to suggest we stop. Edric looked at him in surprise. Stop what? Helping them? You don't do this for the work my beyond state. Anything to get away from Captain Stunts. He flicks around another book while continuing the conversation. Not to mention you were the last person to suggest something like that. Not true, it's just I don't trust him. He came out of nowhere from the sky. You think he might be a little crazy? Harry said that they heard Samus cough to get their attention. I hope you don't mind me intruding, but Eileen managed to find a website of the location. Dragno awkwardly laughed once he realized what was going on. Oh, great! Be there in a second, right? And he looked shocked himself as Edric gave him this spring glare. He marched right beside him to walk with Samus. Pardon my friend's attitude, he's taken after me today. No worries, I kinda expected this. I'll be skeptical too in his situation. Dragno couldn't believe it as they went back over to Eileen. Over to her, she and Catherine knew down the location.
It might be a stretch, but it appears we might be able to find it by the Flora Everglades. Said to be some sort of temple dedicated to the Expeditioner of Earth. Should be a day's trip from here. We ought to get going if we want to help him.
Florida, you say? Look over to the boys. Never been there, though I can't imagine being that hard to find. It better not. I have a lot of time to waste. Then let's not waste another second. Catherine, give us the next ship to America. Catherine did a star-shaped salute as she marches off quickly.
Look at you taking charge.
Yeah, I gotta admit, you ain't that bad of a guy, Star, I guess. Edric pridefully posed. See that? I ain't that bad of a guy. Eileen shook her head playfully as she turned to Samus.
Wait till you really get to know him.
Bruno just kept watching from afar as he viciously glared at Samus as the others laughed. They said it's back to Overload and Darknet devising their next plan. Darknet's just a few things while Overload play around with the broken pieces of his updated suit. So I've been thinking, maybe we can enlist the help of that caller. He might know a thing or two about this hidden artifact. Overload shook his head to the idea. I just don't trust him. The way he talked, the way he acted, there's something about him that drove me the wrong way. Let's not forget how that Magonian civil war began. My recollection, Dark Knight agreed immediately. I trust your intuition, but as of now, I can't follow through with that plan. After he said that, a voice came around them. Warning, group on the move. On the move? Arlo pressed a button beside him to bring up a screen that showed a map of the world. It henceforth to show a ship traveling through the Atlantic. America? Why are they going there? Probably vacation if I were to guess. Arlo answers further to show them us talking to Samus. They honestly didn't recognize them. Or they're playing with a new party member. Of course, during a period where we need to get stronger, they get stronger themselves. Fortunately, I saw this outcome coming. He gets up from his chair to head towards one of the other rooms. There was always a possibility they would recruit other people to their cause, and most likely, they have an ability we don't know much of. So, we must act accordingly. All of a sudden, the flying robot came out of the room. Press a text, sir. Earl laughed, warming his hands. Your meaningless compliments are noted, Darknuts. Now, follow them and attack! I want to know exactly what they have planned. The flying robot slews while flying off. Earl looked back over the screen. I don't know who you are or why you're helping them. Not that you made an enemy today. Prepare for the storm that has the greatest mind in the universe. Darrell looked at him weirdly. He can't hear you, sir. Earl looked face palms. Aye. It's no wonder Pearson wanted nothing with you. The ship finally arrived in Florida. They already made it into the thick jungle while the heat laid intensely. Everyone was dressed for the occasion, but that didn't stop the heat wave from laying thick. I don't suppose you had to deal with this kind of heat back at your place. Sneer shook his head as he sweated the most. It's actually like cold over there, which makes it even worse for me. He felt Drago shove him aside as he confidently walked along. Speak for yourself. As a reptile, my cold blood makes it easy for me to deal with this heat. Not to mention there are places much hotter back at the island. He winks tauntingly. Edric noticed, unamused. Stannis still pressed on, determined. No matter the heat, I take it back by any means necessary. Eileen, how much further is it? She had her phone out to keep tabs on the location.
Shouldn't be too much longer. Just up and down a hill this way.
She pointed straight in front of her. As they all nodded, Edric gave Samus a confident pat. That's the way to do it. I have no idea what you're fighting for, but keep giving him every last bit in you. Thanks for the support. Dragnos still glared at them, angered. Now he managed to find a core part of the forest. There they began searching high and low for the temple in question.
It has a mark of a raindrop on it. Just keep looking, and we should be able to find it.
Edric looked higher for it. Once we do, I think it's a good place to go on a beyond states. She nods as Eileen and Samus checked one spot.
So you're not going to tell us what's happening in your place, or...
They're already helping me a lot as of now. I don't want to throw any others in the mix. Besides, it seems like you guys have your own thing going on. I think it's best we stick to our own things.
I get that, but we still don't have to get involved. There really is no harm in telling us.
I did thought it through. Drano made a confident noise to get everyone's attention. Ladies and gents, your temple. He pulls like a few leads to show the raindrop symbol Catherine was talking about. Everyone came over excited. Good find. That went quicker than expected. He smirked tauntingly at Samus. I'm usually good at these things. It's gonna be very hard to keep up with someone like me. Eileen and Edric rolled their eyes after hearing that.
Great, he's gone towards his gamer talk.
What's worse is that I don't think he's gonna stop anytime soon. With both his and Catherine's strength, they pulled the door open to show the dark inside. A couple bugs crawled out as Eileen used her phone as a flashlight.
Well, if there's any time to go into your beyond state, now is the perfect time.
The three nodded while doing just that. As something to head down the tunnel that was the ancient ruin. Not the most well-kept of places, I want to say. Probably like going back at your place. Simon shook his head again. Now, more of a con recognition. Yep, I bet it's none of the places we have here. A messy place that no one wants to call home. No wonder you want to get back there. He's finally quick as Samus. I guess something you want to say? Dragno noticed while shrugging playfully. What is there to say? This call stands up him to the nearby wall. Listen, there's only so much I can tolerate. Don't think I've been listening to every little con about me. If you have a problem with me, say it. Dragno quickly pushed him off as the others tried to intervene. I don't have any problems. Dragno flied off as Edric tried to give him chase. Eileen follows well, leaving Catherine and Samus alone. Seriously, what is that guy's deal? Catherine just forced him along.
Let's just keep pace. He'll get over it eventually.
Edric and Eileen tried to find where Dragon flew off to, but every turn led to nothing. Where did that idiot fly off to?
You tell me. You're his best friend.
They soon stopped as they heard his voice echo off the walls. Everything was going fine. All of a sudden, this jackass showed up out of nowhere. Suddenly, now it's important to help people. Following his voice, they soon saw him sitting on the top layer as he played with moss. Stupid psychonetic bastard.
This is truly something else. I expect this kind of talk out of you, but him?
First off, go screw yourself. Secondly, I agree. I never saw him this pissed before. Brown took notice of their voice. What do you guys want? Dude, remember when we talked about being open with each other? He flounced a little angered. Yeah, here's my issue. Them. Both Edric and Eileen looked at each other before looking back at him confused.
What about them?
Why are you guys buying into shit? Why are we even bothering with him? We still don't get it. Why are we helping him? We never did that. Of course we did. Remember we tried to help Catherine not too long ago? Or Eileen? Let me explain. I mean, help someone that didn't involve a person we knew or without some ulterior motive.
He literally keeps saying he's doing this to get away from Catherine's training. What is your argument?
At this point, Drago just said it. I'm saying, why are you being nice with him? Both Edric and Eileen backed off. Are you sure that I'm spending more time with him than you? You know that he's not going to be here for long. Besides, no one can take a spot as my best friend. There's absolutely no reason to get mad at him for it. Drago shook his head while turning away. That's what you're saying, but he's clearly light years ahead of me. All of a sudden, Eileen heard a loud noise behind them. Catherine and Samus soon caught up to them as well. He's jealous. That's his problem. That loud noise came again.
Either that was him saying it or something else inside here.
What are you even saying? Look at you. Both you and them are already in your beyond states. Not to mention both of you have a purpose. The loud noise came closer.
Okay, that's definitely something else inside here.
Well, Samus and Catherine got their powers ready. I'll talk about them later. This is going to be an issue. Eileen turned to him annoyed.
If you two are done having your hissy fit, we have company.
A dark side of annoyance. Alright, now's the time to talk about it. Let's take care of this and go ahead. Take care of it. I'm waiting here if you need me. They don't set by a nearby rocky more rage. Come on, please help us. That's what the flying robot, the one Overload sent, fire being at the same as quickly got their ability. Machine. This being here. Karen looks deeper to see a Magonian symbol on it.
Overloads, no doubt.
She ran a few circles.
Okay, time to hit with a controlled shot.
She looked out just so quickly as the shot barely forced her robot back.
You might want to do more of a power shot than that.
No, that was a strong one. It's more like the robot. It fired another beam this time more powerful than the last. Though so much that Samus couldn't catch it. Fortunately, Edric managed to shrink it to nothing. Fine. Be a bitch for all I care. He takes his lead with conviction. Ignoring wanting Lily over there, based on the fact that the robot absorbed the blow, it might have Eileen's ability copied. She grew in annoyance.
I'm getting sick and tired of people stealing my moves.
Samus looks around to find an opening. I guess she can absorb the impact of hits. This definitely makes it tougher. He then tosses a few rocks to Edric softly. Yet, I don't know if she can shrink things. Can you also grow them? He does so with ease. Thanks to my Beyond state, he can grow more than one. That's when the Samus controlled them in the air, and thanks to my Beyond state, I can lift more than one thing. He flicks each rock towards the robot as it buries it effortlessly. Edric kept growing rocks as Samus kept throwing them at the robot. And as it worked, Catherine managed to find an opening further into the cave.
Seems you got that thing beat. Good job. We'll keep going from here.
I was on the fence of the robot fire a couple shots during the process.
Finally, time to see if what you said is correct, Starterkiss.
Come on, have a little faith. Ragnar just scoffed as he watched it unfold. They even have a duo move with each other. You expect me not to get envious? After the robot had enough, they went further down to see something sparkle in the distance. Deeper and deeper, they see what exactly is making that shine. For it was a large cluster of gray crystals on the wall. Edric pridefully adjusted his Samus look with glee. See? You did me for nothing. Eileen adjusted as well.
According to your track record.
I set the Samus dash over to it. Perfect. Shrink it so I can get home. You're the boss. He does so as it shrank accordingly. However, after it shrank, Dragon grabbed it in frustration. Samus looked in disgust as the dragon studied it thoroughly. Surprised when they're all that effort for a stupid rock. Samus tried to grab, but Dragon quickly forced away. Seriously, call it what I hate. I'm not gonna take your best friend. Dragon shrugged as he looked at him. How about you tell us what's really going on? Everyone else was annoyed as well.
He means it. Knock it off.
I swear to God, this might be because you're too moody today.
It's bad enough with one clown on our team.
Exactly, which is why I'm asking this clown. Samus crosses his arms as he forces crystals over him. I appreciate the rest of your help. I hope to God I never meet someone like you again. It's one thing not to trust a guy, it's another when you repeatedly slap him in the face. Dragano does so to get the crystal back. What you gonna do about it? Cry? With a flick of his little finger, Dragano was sent flying back quickly. He kept him there as the others thought about intervening. Edric was about to, but Catherine stopped him. Enough of the bullshit. Give me that crystal. Hurrying out to his strength line the stair darts. Here's a thought. How about you kiss my ass? He forced Dragano onto the ground in pain. I'm not going to repeat. Don't make me do something we both might regret. Let's just head again through the power. You already did that when you showed your stupid face to us. That's when the final straw broke the camel's back. Dragano, just shut up. Too late. With a dead stare, he starts to close his hands to bones in Dragano's body again to tighten. He let Dragon a lot of pain as he twitched. Before finishing the job, Edric managed to break their concentration as Dragano was relieved from the pain. Samus quickly broke out his anger as Edric gave both of them an angered stare. See what happens when you poke the hornet's nest? Eileen helped Dragano get up. As we're laying there, Samus gets up as well as his Beyonce goes away. I just want to go home. He sat on the feet. At this point, I don't care what you think about me. All I ever wanted to do was go home. Dragano looks back at him, guilted. Edric comes over to help Dragano up as well. Dude, this shit needs to end. But he... Do what everyone else tells me to do and make it right! He was blown away by this as he got himself balanced. Even Eileen was shocked to hear this. With not understanding, he slowly walks over to the defeated Samus. He holds out his hand with a crystal on it. Listen, man. He looks back over to the others, who both crossed their arms. I'm sorry I said all those things. I guess I got too many for my own. No. They were caught by that. You don't get to say that after everything. I apologize for crushing your bones, but you don't get to say it. I know what kind of person you are. You're upset that others like me know what you want. You don't know anything you want, so you look at others to make yourself feel better. I can't speak for your friend, but I can say that I know exactly what I want. How about you? Fro didn't know how to answer. He noticed the crystal and discuss. Until you figure that out, I'm not accepting your apology. Now, if you don't mind, I had to get back to where I belong so that I'd never see you ever again. Goodbye. He puts in the watch as he floats away. With a few presses, he teleports away as everyone else sees him off. Dragano was lifting his thoughts, everyone turned to him. I hope you're proud of yourself. He shook his head as Samus' comments stayed laid and thick. It was now night. Dragano was his back staring off from the roof, this time alone. He could hear the airs inside as he stares off. I promise you, he never acted this way before.
Yeah, but it's clear there's something else going on. There's something about him that just seems so lost. And Samus was right. It sounds like he's letting out his aggression on others to make him feel better. I'll be honest, I'm not sure how we can help him with this.
They kept discussing and Dragano facepalm in frustration. Stupid bastard, what is wrong with you? As he lay there, he heard his phone ring next to him. Picking up, he sees his dad calling. He puts on a speaker as he looks back up. Hey, Scales, I got your message. What's going on? He sounded disappointment. I don't know what's going on. I chewed out someone that frankly didn't deserve it, and now everyone's mad at me for it. Rightfully so, but that still leaves me drifted. You feel lost, don't you? He didn't answer. I was like that when I was your age. It's not an easy answer to find, I'll tell you that. Yeah, but yours was about letting go. What do I have to let go? What are you getting at? Those emotions you talked about that were holding you back. What's holding me back? Talk it out. Tell me why you're feeling this way. He slams his fist on the roof. Damn it, Dad, that's what I'm trying to figure out. How can I be strong enough when everyone else is going so far away? He dawned on him what his answer was. Strong enough? For what? What do you want to protect them? Because I care about them. Yeah, but it sounds like there's another reason why you want to be strong enough. He goes to top with a blank thoughts. And I can't think of where I look. I just bring me back to where I am now. He grabs his head and put with a groan. Hey, calm down. Getting fussy isn't going to solve anything. Take a deep breath. He does so on command. How about tomorrow you come over to my place and we can talk properly? Bring your friends too. I would love to have a little lunch date with everyone. Dragano lets go of his thoughts as he stares back at the moon. If you say so, Dad. With another sigh from both of them, his father gave one last comment. It's gonna be okay. We'll be able to figure it out together. I love you. The call cuts off as he continues to stare at the moon. He does so. As he does, Eileen shouts from the inside.
Don't you dare break my roof, you dumbass.